Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Rock Your Life with Nora Finch. This show is inspired by my 20 plus years in holistic wellness and my training in the self defense system of Krav Maga. For those of you who haven't listened to me before, hopefully, I'm going to be able to get through this mini episode without coughing. Just getting over being sick. Okay. So, the reason that I'm doing this, I do this sometimes before my episodes, is that I want to explain a little bit more, especially when we're talking about such sensitive material in part 2 with my guest, Randy Rocket Cody. So I wanted to explain a little bit why I picked him, just to say a little bit more than I didn't get to in that part 2. Okay? So I want to ask you right now, do you want to keep light, hope, and faith in the goodness of humanity within you? I'm here to tell you that yes, your light can be diminished. Excuse me, and it can be taken from you. The reason for this show is for an awareness for all of us in general, confirming that the dark side really is real. How does this affect us? Also, to become aware of currently in 2022 what is really going on. Is the dark side really at play here, and are we headed for the worst? When I talk about the dark side, I make a joke that I like to wear black all the time, and a lot of sometimes my music from my past sounds very dark. So we're not talking about that, okay? Because in the balance of yin and yang, dark does have to exist. Dark has to exist with light. I get that. We're talking about something much serious. And I didn't want to seem like in part 2 I was skimming over this topic. So this is also why I'm bringing it about, that we are going to be talking about a couple areas involving child trafficking and pedophilia and these sorts of things that, yes, they go on, but I think the prevalency and the different things that are going on in the mainstream regarding the talk of, Satanism in Hollywood and these sacrifices and all these different things we kind of hear about, but we don't really get to engage with people, on a daily basis to talk about this kind of stuff. So that is an area we are going to be talking about. It's just a section on there. The entire episode, though, we kind of go over different areas of what Rocket is working on and different things like that. Okay, so I wanted to bring that up there. And one of the reasons that I picked him for my show, there's lots of reasons, but ever since I was a teenager, I never dabbled into dark sorts of things, dark magic, black magic. Apparently black magic, though, can also have good qualities. I don't know, I'm so confused by all of it when people use labels. But I've always been interested in supernatural, paranormal, occult, the unexplained. Just recently, probably over the past couple of years, like cold case files, missing persons. And just to let you know, if you haven't listened to me before, I was raised both Baptist Christian, so kind of strict, which is why I didn't relate to it, and I related more to the Buddhism side. Okay, I'm going to try to talk a little bit faster because I know that I'm going to start coughing. And I want to get this out for you guys. So I was innately believed, though, in darkness in terms of like people getting possessed in that damn Exorcist movie that scared me for years. And so I always just innately believed in it, but I haven't really had any experiences like that with the dark side. I have, if you want to know, have had experiences with the light and different things, not necessarily ghosts, but just experiences in my own house. And then for years, probably since my 20s, I've had things happen to me in my sleep. Anything from not only just sleep paralysis, which I wouldn't say is a good thing, but I have had that. Different types of nightmares, different visualizations. I've had things blow in my face before, like waking me up. I've had things walk on my blanket, as if, I don't know, there was a cat or something in the room. Different things there. Okay. Lastly, I didn't get too much to talk about first responders in the part 2, but bringing it back to, I already mentioned the part of hopefully you go and explore these different things that are going on there and these sorts of crimes on humanity and children. But also, I want you to also just please take it more seriously that the energy you are surrounding yourself with, the calls you go to, you may not think that they are a big deal, but they are a big deal. And if you want to know a little bit more and reading more about your subconscious and what goes on in your subconscious, especially through our eyes, I highly recommend that. But since I'm the holistic vault of all things alternative wellness, I just wanted to give you some tips to end this of the different things that you can do on a daily basis that are really, really simple, and they are baby steps, okay? You can ask me more about it if you'd like to know. So suggestions in trying to keep harmful energy away and off of you could just be toxic people, different people in your life, not necessarily the public you're dealing with, okay, as first responders. One thing could be there's actually sage spray now. Instead of actually getting sage and smudging yourself and doing that whole process, there are actually sprays, so you can spray your uniform beginning or end of your day. Dead sea salts, scrubbing your body, scrubbing your hands, scrubbing your feet. Okay, because we don't want you to take this around with you, not only to be attaching to you, but also you're going to take this home to your families, okay? I like to say that in regards to we are matter, matter is made up of energy, skin is the largest organ, so go ahead and try to deny it. But these different things that you deal with, people who talk to you, threatening your life, spitting on you, all these sorts of things I would not say are feel-good feelings, right? So I want to help you find ways of how to keep yourself protected and cleansed. There are so many other things, but I think that spray is like one baby step. And also prayer. If you don't like that word prayer, meditation, talking to yourself, whatever it is that resonates with you, okay? I also would recommend even journaling. Journaling can be a few sentences, but I think you are taking a baby step if you even just do a few sentences a day or every morning. One of them being, I want you to really go inside of yourself and ask yourself when you're starting out in this career, okay, this is as first responder or anybody, but first responder specifically, is that why did you choose to do this career? Okay, and really sitting down with defining a moral compass for yourself. What do you believe about the world? There's a bunch of other questions you could go into, but just starting with that. So praying. If we're going to use that term, you don't have to say praying. Your practice could be rolling over. You don't know how you sleep, but rolling over on your back, putting your hand on your heart, and just talking to yourself. Okay, there's also mantras, words you can repeat, different things that you can say to yourself. I'm just going to give you some examples to end this episode. You can make up your own. For example, I am protected. Shield me from those who may try to cause harm to me and those I choose to protect. Show me how to best serve humanity. Show me ways to help preserve my soul and spirit, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. Okay, and so there's lots of other things when it comes to self-care, but I think you as first responders, like a lot of people in high-stress careers, self-care is even more so of utmost importance. Like, why wait till something's going to happen to you? I think you've heard enough stories out there from people before you with the PTSD and different things like that. Okay, there's lots of other things I can recommend. You can definitely reach out to me. But I wanted to dedicate this part 1 to basically talking about, why I picked Rocket, why I am doing this, trying to help us keep the light going within us. I believe we are warriors of the light, first responders specifically. I guess we should all really technically be our own first responder, but I like that term. That's what I'm here to help keep positivity going. And there's lots of things, like I said, out there that can help us stay in this state of mind, especially from so many of us see things, hear things every day. If it's not a death around you or something, something's always going on. So really managing that negative thinking is part of my specialty. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode before I start coughing again. And I hope part 2 provides some value to you. And thank you for all you do. And those of you who are not first responders, just to kind of remind all of you, all of us, the public, of all the things and helpful things that they do for us, to thank them and pass this along if you do care, that while a lot of these things are going to be going on for a lifetime, all these sorts of horrible things, it doesn't mean that we can't keep trying to help push the light. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye.